dream, you are everything in the dream. Everything in the dream is your mind telling you a story about a conflict that's going on in your life, so that you can understand that your dream state believes that it is telling you something in the most simple way. But people get confused about it because the vibrance of the dream, whether it's an epic dream or it's a lucid dream or anything, and they get confused and they think it has meanings that it doesn't have. So I always have to tell people, always have to take them back to the point and tell them, your dream is about you. It's only you who's having the dream state. And at one point I did take on the obligation to be the group dream keeper, and that's kind of an interesting obligation because in indigenous societies there's always an individual who agrees to do that. And really what it means is that if something comes up, I'll call somebody up and I'll say, I had a dream last night and it told me that there's somebody in your mother's life who's trying to get in touch with her, and the mother might at this point in time be in a nursing home or an assisted care, and the person who's caring for her doesn't realize that there's somebody from their mother's life that still would like to be in touch with them. And so it's kind of an interesting obligation to take on. I have set it aside temporarily, and I'm trying to make a decision about going forward with it again, but it does take a lot of energy. So I believe dreams are the most important vehicle that we have today in order to access our unconscious state and to understand our own spiritual development and how the world would validate us. TJ, are you there? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I was on. I'd taken myself off mute and just helping to save the fan in the back. I don't know if it bothers people or they can hear it.
No.
Can you?
No. It's
okay,
very,
it's okay.
Very,
okay,
very
good,
faint.
good.
Yeah, very faint. Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know you've helped me on my timeline, and people usually at 50 start thinking about their legacy and writing a book. At least that's, if all you kids out there under 50 thinking about it, believe me, when you get 50, it's something in our life. We have various decades, I guess. We should talk about that for everybody. And thought transferences and how you share your learning with others. And why we even care, because in humans, it's human nature to want to help. Even animals, you'll see animals in the wild, and we learn from them, and we learned how to survive. So there's something to our human species out there that wants to help each other, and we care about each other, even during these pandemics and these terrible hurricanes that we've had. And I'm right here in the Panhandle, and it's scary, but I lived in Houston, so I got used to, boarding up windows and things when they'd come through Galveston. But nothing like my brother lost his house and flooded completely out. And, I'm just so glad my parents had passed before we had the really bad ones. So here we just had, Marco and Laura, and things happen that we can't control. But Suzanne and I are here, and we hope you get to know us, Suzanne and Theresa. It was Janet and Theresa, and Janet is moving on and doing her own radio shows on her own blog talk, Query and Radio, and that's fine. And I've got TJ Mars ET Radio, and Suzanne may have her own again sometime, but right now we're using time that I'm not even using, so that just sort of helps resources for everybody. So if you're interested, we're going to set up domains. We've got ACOradio.club if you're interested in doing a show with us. Go look at ACOradio.club. ACO is for American Communications Online, ACOradio.club. And we're asking her husband to help support us on that one and help keep that up. And we'll do more Saturdays for Ace Folk Life for people that would like to just have a few minutes recorded just to tell a story on Saturdays. And then Suzanne and I would like to bring on more people such as ourselves in a community we're going to build psychically and with others that are readers or intuitives or friends of ours on LinkedIn and Facebook, social media. And maybe all of us talk about different topics that we're involved in or may be interested in, whether it's lucid dreaming or other dimensions, near death, out of body. I know Janet really likes to talk about UFO secret space and UFOs, and I haven't given up on that. It's just hasn't been high priority for me lately, but I still have UAP Associates and UFO Association. So I may go back to doing that on Wednesday nights, I guess, if Suzanne and I haven't booked something. And hopefully we'll come back on Thursdays and do our psychic readings. I know a lot of people missed us tonight, and they were we had plenty of them here, Suzanne, but I wanted to do something different on Sunday. Well, I changed it to entertainment. Since I didn't really feel like doing readings tonight. But I'll just have to remember to watch, because if they're used to showing up, they come and go. You know, they come and listen and pop up. We still have a listener or two, but, you know, that you can see, then there's plenty out there that you can't see, you know, on the board. So the Blog Talk Radio board. But I believe that people like us that are different, they want to know why we're different and why we feel like we're different, and how does that make our bodies and our communication different, but how can they be a part of that, you know, with lucid dreaming and precognitions, phase spacing. And you and I were getting into a really different part, because there's the inside your body watching through your eyes, and we were talking about how that space can move around. And then there's the witness, and witnessing your own life. That's especially when you step outside of your body or look. If you have, you can be like in Ghost, you can literally die in the movie Ghost, or you can be jolted out of your body, and some people go and try to get into their own selves or go on their own spiritual journeys on, I don't recommend it, but some use really strong, powerful, I guess herbs would be a nice way to say it, because not all of them have you step out of your body. But did you ask your husband to call in tonight?
No, I didn't. You and I sort of got on. We kind of ended up taking care of stuff for a little while, and then I just got on. I actually didn't let anybody know. I'm just in the back room of my house overlooking the sunset here in Dana Point, California, where the weather is perfect. And no, I just sort of slipped onto the show real quick while everybody was doing what they were doing in the house. So they actually don't know. They just think I'm on the phone at this point. So, but
they don't know.
TJ, they don't know. Yeah, they don't know. So TJ, I've got a question for you. You know, it is such an interesting remark for you to say that we are different, and I don't mean to be different like I'm separate from you, but I ask people that. I'll be out with somebody, and I'll say, "Oh, look, can't you see that marking on that person? That's a marking from a past life memory." Or, "Oh, can't you see that person is quite sick?" You know, and I'll ask them that, and they'll say, "No, I can't see that." So there is something that happens, and they used to explain it as the veil, the separation between, you know, this world and the other world was quite thin for some people. And I don't know, that's just one explanation. But I'd like to believe that I can encourage people, empower them, support them. And I think that's what you do in your conversation with people. But it's up to you. TJ, if you want to let people come on and ask a question, that's fine. I'll do short readings for them. I just won't do long readings like you do. I'm happy to do a few short readings with people if there's some people you'd like to have on.
Well, also we're healers, and I'd like to talk about that, because being a witness to one's own life and the meaning and the purpose, you know, if we're connected with others and let them share a question or something. They're so used to that, but we're under entertainment tonight. But I could ask somebody because maybe they're different too. But I can see usually most people empathic. If you just open your eyes and if you're a people watcher, you can see their auras. Some people can. Some can see. I used to see auras a lot better, and then some can see their emotions. And most people will wear their feelings out on their sleeve. You can usually tell from the basics of just watching their movement and their stroll and their health, from if they're happy, energetic, how much energy they have, or if they're down. And so a lot of those things we all learn, and then we're just going to take it to the next level in metaphysics. But I could ask, I've got a couple of people. Let me see. There's a New York person here. Hi, 914-522. Did you want to add something to tonight's show?
I was just listening.
Okay.
I called into your show once before, and you gave me, the both of you, a fantastic reading. So I saw you were on and just was curious to see what you were speaking about.
Oh,
Okay.
Thank you so much. Very kind praise. Thank you.
What's your first name?
Catherine?
Okay.
Yes.
What was
Catherine.
it?
Catherine.
Oh, Catherine. No,
Catherine.
What is it?
Catherine.
It is Catherine.
Yeah,
That's
Catherine.
odd. I don't remember that name, Catherine. I remember the voice, but not the name. But that's okay.
Yeah. Thanks for dropping in and giving us the compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in. How is your life going for you?
Pretty good. I am wrapping up one project, and I'll see about making that longer, perhaps extending it. I worked with some pleasant people, and another project might be ending, it seems, maybe because of the virus. But I'll see if we can possibly do it again next year.
Okay.
Is that with you dealing with other people because you're having to work at home now? Is that it because of COVID-19, or you can go in because you're in the New York area, aren't you?
Yes. One project I could do from home, the other one I couldn't. We were trying, and it doesn't seem to be gelling together. So I'll
wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream? Do you have a dream you'd like to have interpreted?
Oh wow. I have this reoccurring dream.
Oh, I love reoccurring dreams.
And this one is like it's really, I don't know. I'll be walking around a place that I could only describe as, you know how in Europe they have like those beautiful antique statues and fountains everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be just like that, and sometimes I have to swim to it, or sometimes there's just like a pool area to it, and I honestly, I don't know, I honestly think I'm visiting heaven, because there is such a profound sense of love, like I've never experienced before, and just like almost like it's almost too much to bear, and then I wake up. And
Okay.
sometimes
So tell me, as best as you can remember, the first part of the dream. The first part of the dream in this reoccurring dream.
I'll be seeing these lovely statues. Sometimes it'll be a statue of Jesus. Sometimes it'll be a statue of the Madonna. Sometimes it'll be a big fountain. And I'm just in awe of how ornate they are, how delicate. and vivid the design is. Yeah.
Okay. So your dream state is giving you a message, because remember, everything in the